Is Ajda Pekkan, Turkish pronunciation, Ajda Pekkan, February 12, 1946, Istanbul, Turkey, also known as Superstar, is a Circassian-Turkish pop singer and actress. Through a career spanning 5 decades thus far, Pekkan has released more than 20 albums and, with Sezen Aksu, is the most commercially successful female Turkish music artist with the sales of over 42 million copies worldwide. She is nicknamed the superstar of Turkish pop music. Although famed for her music, Pekkan started her career as an actress with appearances in almost 50 films. During her music career, Pekkan has recorded songs in 9 languages. Apart from Turkish, she is also fluent in English and French. She was awarded the honorary distinction of Chevaliers of the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres in 2013. Pekkan was born to Rıdvan Pekkan, an officer in the Turkish Navy, and Nevin Dobruca, a housewife. She spent her childhood at the Naval Base Gölcük in Kocaeli Province. Ajda graduated from the Çamlıca Kız Lisesi, an elite and high-profile girls' secondary school in Istanbul that had been founded during the Ottoman era. Its alumni include foreign nobility and female members of the Imperial House of Osman, and the languages of education are Turkish, French and German. Career. With the help of her sister, Semiramis, she began singing at the popular Istanbul nightclub at Roof in 1962. The following year, Pekkan won a cover star contest sponsored by the Turkish music magazine Ses, meaning voice, and was launched on a professional career. Between 1963 and 1967, the statuesque actress appeared in 47 films opposite popular Turkish actors, mostly in singer roles. Pekkan's first recording, her Yurdi Karvar, an arrangement of Salvatore Adamo's Tüm La Nej by Fikret Ebsioğlu, brought her great success in 1965. In contrast to many of her contemporaries, she transited from film to music, and in 1968 her record, Ki Yabank, Two Strangers, became a top seller. Pekkan's continuing success resulted in invitations to international festivals including the Apollonia Music Festival in Athens, 1968 and 1969, and the Mediterranean Song Festival in Barcelona, 1969. Ajda moved to France in early 70s and she released her first French single after a collaboration with Mort Schumann. The success of her songs resulted in a series of concerts with Enrico Macias at the Paris Olympia in 1976. In acknowledgement of her nickname, Pekkan released an album called Superstar in 1977. The same year, she participated in the Yamaha Music Festival in Tokyo to great success. She released German and French records in the early 1970s, and her Pour lui and Vins dans ma vie became very successful in France. At this pinnacle, she released her second album Superstar 2 in 1979. On April 19, 1980, Pekkan represented Turkey with the entry Petrol at the Eurovision Song Contest in Den Haag, the Netherlands. She then decided to take a break and temporarily moved to the USA. After returning to Turkey, she recorded 2 failed albums, Sen Mutlu Ol, You Be Happy, and Sevdim Seni, I Loved You, in the then current trend of Turkish music, but returned to her original type of Western pop and gave concerts in 1983 with enormous success. That same year, she released Superstar 3, which she followed with Superstar 4, 1987. Superstar 3 was a huge success. Coincidentally, it is her only album that is not available on CD. However, Superstar 4 was not succeeded as Superstar 3. It was last album on LP. She married with Mehmet Ali Bars, who is a businessman, in 1984 and divorced in 1990. In late 1989, she began working on an album with famous Turkish musicians including Fuat Gunner from MFO, the band which represented Turkey in the Eurovision Song Contest in 1985 and 1988, Srazat, and Metin Ojulku. The album, simply titled Ajda 1990, signaled a new breakthrough for Pekkan, with sales of over 1 million. With the success of this album, she immediately began working on her next album. In 1991, she released Seni Seçtim, I Choose You, to even greater success. Hits like Sevgide Seni Seçtim, I Choose You for Love, Elin Gaza Yundizine Dursun, Shame on You, Vazgeçme, Don't Give Up, she topped all the charts in Turkey. In 1993, she released Ajda 93, which she recorded this album in Switzerland, Turkey, and United States. She worked with Attila Ereftu on this album, a famous Turkish musician who had written the Eurovision '88 winning song Ne Partes Pas Sans Moi, Don't Leave Without Me, for Celine Dion. The hits of the album were Sarıl Bana, Give Me a Hug, Oyalama Beni, Don't Occupy Me, Eva, Alas, and Alama N, Don't Cry Mommy. After many successful albums, she decided to release a best of album, and in September 1998, she released her one of bestseller The Best of Ajda. Successfully modernizing the known sound and image of Ajda Pekkan, the milestone album had very succeeded for refreshing her reputable existence within the music industry. 2 years later, in 2000, Pekkan released another studio album, simply called Diva, and enjoyed sales of over 2 million copies. In 2001, she started performing in an Istanbul club catwalk, and her performances were all sold out, with the help of an eager audience looking forward to see the superstar after a 3-year hiatus. The performances were so successful that Pekkan postponed closing the show by about 6 months. In 2002, she also began making a movie called Sarat Sandal, Boat of Fame. After several years of financial setbacks, it was released in 2006. In the summer 2003, she released her single Sen Saint, Just Wanted, written by her friend Srazat, the popular songwriter. 6 years later, in August 2006, Pekkan released her latest album kâkan, Cool Woman. This album produced the #1 dance hit single Vitrin and a funky disco beat called Amazon. During the first 6 months, over 800,000 copies of kâkan was sold just in Turkey. In the summer 2007, she began a completely sold-out concert series called Ajda Goes Disco, performing her songs in disco rhythms with Turkey's most famous DJs live on stage. After that, Pekkan quickly began to work on a new studio album, recording it in Turkey. The album Anan Oil was released in Turkey, German, and USA on July 23, 2008. To promote it, Pekkan began touring in Turkey, where she performed 2 new songs, Flujabai and Jarasi Hakay, from the album. In 2011, Ajda took the Turkish music scene by storm when she released her new song Yakırgısarım, written by internationally famous Turkish pop star Tarkan, and her album featuring the song, Farkın Buletin, received a golden record. In 2013, Ajda released a brand new single, penned by Gülsen, called Dara Sakak, and is written by international known lyricist Diren Tepper. She is enjoying chart success and publicity while she is recording her new album.